Can a glass of ruby red juice really clean your arteries? For years, pomegranate juice has been praised as a natural miracle, a sweet, antioxidant-rich drink that supposedly melts away plaque and protects your heart. You've probably seen headlines calling it a natural artery cleanser or the ultimate heart elixir. It sounds almost too good to be true, and that's exactly why we need to talk about it. Because when it comes to your heart, hope is powerful, but so is misinformation. The truth is, pomegranate juice does have remarkable properties, but not in the magical way that most ads suggest. It won't literally wash cholesterol out of your arteries like detergent down a pipe. But science shows it might do something even more important: help prevent the damage that leads to blocked arteries in the first place. In today's video, we're going to separate the facts from the fantasy. We'll uncover what real research says about pomegranate and your heart, how it influences cholesterol, plaque buildup, and blood vessel health, and just as importantly, what its limits are. You'll also learn the right way to drink it, how much to use, and when it might actually do more harm than good. Because even natural foods can backfire if you don't understand them fully. By the end of this video, you'll have the truth, not the hype, about whether pomegranate juice truly deserves its miracle reputation, or if it's simply another pretty drink with a good PR team. So grab your favorite cup, maybe even filled with a little pomegranate juice, and let's explore how this ancient fruit became one of the most talked about heart healers of our time. And if you believe in learning the real science behind natural health, not myths, go ahead and subscribe to MediMint and tap the like button. It helps us reach more people who want to protect their hearts the smart, simple, and natural way. Part 1. The science behind pomegranate and arteries. To understand the truth behind pomegranate juice, we have to go deeper than the headlines into the science. Pomegranate isn't a new discovery. This ancient fruit has been used for thousands of years in Middle Eastern and Mediterranean medicine, celebrated as a symbol of life and vitality. But only in the last few decades have researchers begun studying what's really inside those ruby red seeds and how it affects the heart. What they found was remarkable. Pomegranate is loaded with polyphenols, particularly a compound called punicalagin, one of the most potent natural antioxidants ever studied. Antioxidants are crucial for heart health because they neutralize oxidative stress, the chemical process that damages artery walls and allows plaque to form. Here's how that matters. Cholesterol itself isn't the real enemy oxidized LDL is. When LDL cholesterol becomes oxidized, it irritates the lining of your arteries, triggering inflammation and buildup that can eventually lead to blockages. Pomegranate's antioxidants help prevent that oxidation, keeping your arteries smoother and more resilient. Several studies have put this idea to the test. At the Technion Institute in Israel, researchers gave patients with existing artery plaque a daily serving of pomegranate juice for 1 year. The results? Their arterial thickness decreased by up to 30%, blood flow improved, and blood pressure dropped slightly. In other studies, regular consumption was shown to lower oxidative stress by nearly 40% and increase antioxidant activity in the blood by over 100%. Sounds amazing, right? But before we declare it a miracle, let's keep perspective. Most of these benefits were seen in small groups, over months of consistent use, not from one glass of juice here and there. And while these results are promising, they don't mean pomegranate juice can dissolve plaque completely. What it really does is slow the process, protect, repair, and prevent further damage. Think of it this way. Pomegranate juice doesn't work like a pipe cleaner, it works like a shield. It protects your artery walls from the ongoing oxidation and inflammation that cause them to narrow in the first place. That's powerful, but it's also realistic. So yes, pomegranate juice truly does have heart protective effects, but the key is consistency, not quantity, and science, not superstition. Up next, we'll explore how exactly it works inside your body, from cholesterol control to blood vessel function, and why the truth behind this fruit might surprise you even more than the myth. Part 2. How it affects cholesterol and plaque buildup. To understand how pomegranate juice protects your arteries, we need to see what happens inside your body, because the magic, if we can call it that, isn't in the juice itself. It's in how your body responds to it. 1. It protects your cholesterol from turning toxic. Your blood carries 2 main types of cholesterol: LDL, the bad kind, and HDL, the good kind. But here's the twist: LDL isn't dangerous until it becomes oxidized. When it reacts with free radicals, unstable molecules caused by stress, poor diet, or pollution, LDL becomes sticky and starts clinging to your artery walls. That's the first step toward plaque. Pomegranate juice is packed with antioxidants that neutralize those free radicals before they can damage LDL. In fact, studies show that drinking pomegranate juice regularly can reduce LDL oxidation by up to 90%, effectively slowing the process that clogs arteries in the first place. It improves how your blood vessels relax and flow. Healthy arteries aren't just clear, they're flexible. Inside every artery is a thin layer of cells called the endothelium. When this lining becomes inflamed or stiff, your blood pressure rises and your arteries can't expand properly. Pomegranate juice boosts the production of nitric oxide, a natural compound that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. That's why some studies show improved blood flow and slightly lower blood pressure in people who drink it regularly. Your vessels simply perform better. 3. It helps balance cholesterol levels overall. Some small human studies have found that pomegranate juice can lower total cholesterol by 6–10%, reduce triglycerides, and in some cases even raise HDL slightly. The effect isn't massive, it's not going to replace statins, but over months and years, these small improvements add up. It reduces inflammation inside arteries. Every plaque starts as inflammation. When your artery walls are irritated by sugar, smoking, stress, or high blood pressure, they become sticky, attracting cholesterol like a wound attracts a scab. Pomegranate's polyphenols calm that irritation, helping your arteries stay smooth and resilient. Think of it this way: if your arteries were roads, inflammation would be potholes, and cholesterol would be the gravel that fills them. Pomegranate doesn't remove the gravel, it helps prevent new potholes from forming. It's a slow, gentle repair, not a quick fix. One of the biggest myths about pomegranate juice is that it can clean or unclog your arteries fast. The reality is slower but more sustainable. Consistent, daily use supports your body's own healing mechanisms, reducing oxidative damage, improving vessel flexibility, and making cholesterol less harmful. Over time, this steady protection means less buildup, better flow, and lower risk. Not because juice is magic, but because your body is finally getting the support it needs to do its job properly. So yes, pomegranate juice can help your arteries, but only as part of a bigger story. Up next, we'll look at how to use it the right way, how much, how often, and what kind to choose so you get the benefits without the sugar spikes or false promises. Part 3, the right way to use pomegranate juice. Now that we know how pomegranate juice supports your arteries, let's talk about how to actually use it, because like most natural remedies, how you take it matters just as much as what you take. You've probably seen dozens of brands claiming 100% pure or heart-healthy juice, but not all bottles are the same. Some are loaded with sugar or mixed with cheaper fruit concentrates, turning a healthy drink into a calorie bomb. So here's how to do it right. 1. Choose pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Look for labels that say 100% pomegranate juice with no added sugar or flavorings. Why? Because sugar cancels out many of the heart benefits. Added sugar increases inflammation and triglycerides, the exact problems you're trying to fight. If it's too tart for your taste, try mixing it with sparkling water or blending half juice, half water. You still get the antioxidants, but with fewer calories and sugar. Stick to the right amount, not too much, not too little. Most studies showing benefits used around 120 to 240 milliliters per day. That's about half to 1 cup. More isn't necessarily better. Drinking too much can spike your blood sugar, especially if you have prediabetes or insulin resistance. If you prefer eating the fruit instead, that's even better. Fresh pomegranate seeds contain the same antioxidants plus fiber that slows sugar absorption and supports gut health. Be mindful of timing and consistency. Pomegranate juice works best when consumed regularly, not once in a while. Try adding it to breakfast or enjoy a small glass before or after your daily walk. That consistency is what helps antioxidants stay active in your system, protecting your arteries over time. 4. Watch for medication interactions. Here's something many people don't realize. Pomegranate juice can affect how your body processes certain drugs. If you're taking blood thinners, blood pressure medication, or statins, Talk to your doctor before making it a daily habit. For most people, it's safe, but it's always better to check. Natural doesn't always mean harmless. 5. Juice versus supplements versus fruit, which is best? Whole fruit gives you fiber and fewer calories, but juice is more concentrated in antioxidants. Supplements may seem convenient, but not all are well regulated. If you choose capsules, look for standardized extracts with the word punicalagin on the label. That's the key compound behind the benefits. At the end of the day, pomegranate juice isn't a magic potion, it's a nutrient-dense food. When you treat it like one, you'll get real, lasting results. So here's a simple rule. 1 small glass a day, consistently, as part of an overall heart-healthy lifestyle. Pair it with balanced meals, daily movement, and restful sleep, and you'll amplify every benefit this fruit has to offer. Next, we'll uncover the truth behind the myths, the limits of what pomegranate juice can and can't do, and when it might actually backfire. Part 4. The hidden truth. Myths, limits, and side effects. By now, you've probably realized that pomegranate juice really does have impressive science behind it, but it's also one of the most overhyped health trends of the past 2 decades. Let's clear up a few myths that often get lost in the marketing. Myth #1: pomegranate juice cleans blocked arteries. No, it doesn't. This is the biggest misconception out there. Pomegranate juice cannot dissolve plaque like soap removing grease. Once plaque hardens inside an artery, only medical procedures and time can reduce it. What pomegranate juice can do is slow the growth of new plaque and reduce the inflammation that causes it. It helps your arteries stay flexible and prevents small problems from turning into big ones. In other words, it's prevention, not plumbing. Myth #2: the more you drink, the faster it works. Wrong again. Pomegranate is potent, but overdoing it just means more sugar and calories. Drinking too much can lead to blood sugar spikes, especially if you're diabetic or insulin resistant. Remember, the benefits come from consistency, not excess. Half a cup a day is enough to keep antioxidant levels high without overwhelming your system. Myth #3: it's completely safe for everyone. Mostly true, but not entirely. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or certain blood pressure medications, pomegranate juice may interfere with how your liver processes those drugs. It's rare, but possible. Always check with your doctor first, especially if you're on long-term prescriptions. Myth #4: it can replace medication. This one's dangerous. While pomegranate juice supports your cardiovascular system, it doesn't replace prescribed treatments. Think of it as a partner to your medication, helping it work better by improving your overall vessel health and reducing inflammation. The real limits. Here's the truth. Pomegranate juice is powerful, but it's not a cure. It's part of a bigger equation: a balanced diet, regular exercise, and stress management. Used this way, it can absolutely make a measurable difference. But without those habits, it's just another sugary drink. Possible side effects. For most people, the only downside is calories around 120 per cup. But if you drink too much, you might experience mild stomach upset or acid reflux. And as we mentioned, it may affect medication metabolism in a small group of people. So, here's the takeaway. Pomegranate juice is not a miracle, but it is meaningful. It won't perform magic, but it will quietly support your body's natural repair systems, helping your arteries stay flexible, your cholesterol less harmful, and your heart more resilient. In the next and final part, we'll bring it all together: the truth, the science, and the practical wisdom to answer one question clearly: is pomegranate juice really worth it for your heart? So, after all the headlines, the hype, and the science, what's the real verdict on pomegranate juice? Here's the truth. It's not a miracle, but it is a gift. Pomegranate juice won't unclog your arteries overnight. It won't replace your medication or erase years of damage. But what it can do when used wisely and consistently is help your body protect itself. It gives your arteries the antioxidants they crave, reduces the inflammation that fuels plaque buildup, and supports the gentle rhythm of healing your heart has always known how to do. In the world of heart health, small actions make the biggest difference. One balanced meal, one calm evening, one short walk, one small glass of pomegranate juice, taken not out of desperation, but out of care. That's where real change begins. If you choose to include pomegranate juice in your life, make it part of something bigger. Pair it with whole foods. Keep moving, sleep deeply, laugh more, stress less, and remember that health isn't found in any single superfood. It's built quietly, one consistent choice at a time. So yes, pomegranate juice deserves a place on your table not as a miracle cure, but as a symbol of nourishment, consistency, and self-respect. Because every sip you take is a reminder. Your heart doesn't need a miracle. It just needs care. And if this video helped you understand that, if it made you feel more empowered to take care of your heart naturally and wisely, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this message. And don't forget to subscribe to MediMint for more videos that bring real science, calm clarity, and practical hope to your everyday health journey. Until next time, remember, healing isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters and doing it consistently. Your heart deserves that,